Hi, I'm Catherine, and here we are at the Mountain Thread Company. What we're going to talk about today is starting an oval basket. So this is a little bit different from starting a round basket. If you haven't checked out some of the other videos, we have information on how to set your sewing machine, what kind of rope to choose, and I'm going to give you a hint. It's this rope, 100% cotton. And the other thing is starting a round basket. So the oval is a little different, but you can still make some really cool coiled rope baskets by starting with the same rope, just a little bit of a different way. So again, what you want to think about, your sewing machine is set to a zigzag stitch, and you need to think about the zig part of the stitch and the zag part of the stitch landing on different pieces of rope. So if you have a sewing machine foot where there's a notch in the middle, that can help you, and we'll see that in just a moment. So you have your length of rope to start an oval basket, and what you want to do is you want to measure a few inches, and you want to pinch it and fold it over. So that makes kind of a line, and then we're going to fold it over on itself again. So what we have right here, there's the cut end of the rope, there's the pinch, and it's folded over on itself. Now I'm going to put some pins through here to hold this together because it's a little tricky to run through your sewing machine if your layers aren't holding together. All right, so this, it already looks like it's going to be an oval basket, which is a good clue that you're off to a good start. Okay, the very first thing we're going to do is just run some stitches parallel to the pins. And these stitches, we'll just call them basting stitches. You're going to go over them later. You don't even have to cut the threads in between. The point here is to get the rope held together so that when you're actually doing the stitches that you want to hold the layers together, your rope isn't moving all over the place. All right, so we have just a few little stitches right there. It looks a little chaotic, but we'll go back through and clean that up. Now, one important thing that you want to keep in mind, see how the extra rope here is coming down and to the right of the rest of the coil. So you want to keep it that way as you build the basket. So the very first thing that we're going to do, we're going to come to the left side over here, and we're just going to stitch straight down. I'm not really back stitching because I'm actually going to go over these stitches again in just a moment. I'm stitching right down almost to the very end, and I'm just going to completely turn it around so that I can stitch exactly where I just sewed again. So I'm sewing right back over itself. When I get to the end of this here, I'm going to pivot. So I'm going to put my needle down, and I'm just going to pivot. Now I have this other line to come straight down. And you can see how my zigzag stitch is landing a zig on one piece of rope and a zag on another. And this little notch right here in the presser foot is where my layers of rope are coming together. So that's what's helping me guide right here. Now we're going to go around one more time. And you can see right down here, I'm going to pivot just a little bit so I can make that curve. And again, go really slowly. There we go. Now we're around the curve. All right, if you need to trim some threads, you can do that. And again, you can pay attention to how the zig and the zag of the stitch are coming together to hold the layers together. And we'll go around this curve. And there we go. Alrighty, so we have started an oval basket.